What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of World of Tanks. Listen, I know it's been a while, and I'm sorry for the delay. It's been hectic lately, and I haven't really had time to sit down and focus on a project as of late. But today I bring you a game in the Batchat 15558 that not only makes up for all of it, but one that I promised months ago, actually. This is the first Ace Tanker game I've ever gotten in a Tier 10, and it happened to be in my favorite tank. But before that, let's take a look at a clan war game that we had just last night, in which the caller and clan arty expert Father John used my Badger's angled armor and fire rate to punish the enemy from cover, although I could have used my auto aim a little less often. Anyway, as I dupes would say, let's peep this out.
Anybody have any questions? Have you started out about here? Medium's up here. Already over here. PD. PD.
Good luck, guys.
I forgot to put gas in this thing. Oh, that's gonna suck ass. Meters. That'll work, I guess. I'm supposed to go to gas. This wasn't clear. Okay. Alright, once we get in position, and I get the four heavies, or the four mediums up. Okay, there's one TD. Know where that TD is. Let's get a couple more in sight. Alright, Bert, go ahead and go cover the other side of the field. Alright, here's a 277. Whoa, that really sucked ass. Alright, folks. One more. Two. Okay, here's what we got. We got 2277, or is that 1277 there? Okay, never mind. Anybody been shot with Artie?
No.
Alrighty. Hold on for a couple more seconds. Let's just see if we can get a little bit more sight where they're at. Now, how the fuck did that happen?
Back behind us, 40
Behind us.
Okay. Go, go, go. As I was saying before, I want a hard push around that side for the heavies.
Okay, designate the side that you want the heavies to go now.
The heavies, go ahead and go into the mediums. Heavies, go into the mediums. Our mediums, back out of here right now. We're going back into the heavies. We're gonna support the heavies and swing around.
All right, so you want the heavies to move right here.
Yep. Heavies go
okay.
right into them. Heavies
Okay,
right
right
into
over
them.
the hill, right
Mediums
over the hill,
Right
heavies.
over the hill. Mediums cut straight across now. Let's go support. We got a 277 in the open. 268 in the open.
He fired.
Yep.
What number?
268.
14.
He's a
for the
one
heavies.
shot.
Fat chats in the back for the mediums.
There's that 268. I'm coming around for that 268.
Number 3 is 640.
Gotta have some help over here.
All right.
Over with. Get the 907.
Kill.
14.
Yep.
Yeah, 907. Nice. 907's down. Get the one.
Hey, just get the 268 in passing. Keep going, mediums, keep going. They need us.
E50.
Let's go.
John,
Mediums
reload.
into the gap.
There we go.
Who the fuck is behind me?
All right. Heavies continue to push towards our cap. Heavies push towards our cap. Get off the hill.
All right.
Push
We
towards
got
the cap, heavies.
140.
Mediums on the cap. There we go. Low health first.
4, 8.
All right. Heavies.
All right, let's
heavies.
go. And I want a 140 now. I want the the
There we go.
430 U dead. Get me that 430 U out. After that, what do we have going over to our cap? Nothing. Okay.
Okay.
I want to go into the 277 and the IS7. I want them out next. Okay, never mind. We got the IS7 over here on the hill. Flank the IS7, go around the other side of the mountain, come in on him now. I got his gun pointing towards me.
I'm right behind you, John, when you finish your clip.
I'm out. Okay. Come over the top, take out the 277. After you go through the 277.
He's gone.
All right. Cool. Let's go to the IS. After the IS, that's it. Op and stop. Perfect.
I have a Type 5 Heavy.
Sorry, I was having a little bit of an asthma problem. It wasn't cool.
Call.
Man, who was camped behind me? I took 4 shots for nothing.
Tuner was permanently tracked behind you.
You didn't take it for nothing, dude. Those 4 shots you took meant somebody else didn't get shot 4 times. We were good with that.
At least I want a kiss. And a
I
rub.
got
Please.
confused.
And $20.
Okay, go ahead.
No,
You
no,
got
I'll take a
confused.
kiss and a rub.
I
We
didn't
did it.
real. I thought we were going to camp, and then you said attack.
We
the-
were going to, but then when they pushed their heavies up they had 4 heavies up into the castle, which is an odd thing to do.
Alright, so basically I brought you guys here so that I could show you the effectiveness of this front panel armor when it's angled just right. Let me go ahead and speed this up a bit because it does take time for us to get over to the position. We're here on Abbey, and basically what I'm going to be doing is watching from the BC8 area across the river over to the other side at about G8. Let's go ahead and bring the replay speed back down to 1 time, and you'll see that right here, this little area here, if the Badger backs up about 10 or 12 feet or so, it will have a perfectly angled, gun depression capable, front panel armor having beast. And actually you will see that coming up soon. But actually right now this Jagdpanzer E100 is about to see why he probably shouldn't advance without scouts. Pretty much the entire other side of this river is covered in tanks, and we don't realize it until later. The Grill 15 is trying to use its view distance, but it's just not enough to light up the other side, so he backs off, but the Jagdpanzer decides to stay put, and it costs him everything. I'm just watching from this position. You can see my crosshair here on screen. I'm watching from this position just so that I can shoot things that come across the river there, or appear across the river there. But I think he takes a huge wallop from a tank destroyer, and it pretty much finishes him. 203, here comes the tank destroyer, wham, 846, and that was from the Jagdpanzer E100, you can see right there. So there is definitely resistance on the other side of this river. So me and this Badger, got to be ready for one heck of a bit of trouble. So yeah, details on this position. I've backed up a little bit and it's a little bit better, but still my front panel is exposed. If you get the gun like this so that you can see where it can see, you could still see my lower panel quite a bit. And I eventually learn in this engagement how to use this tank, but we'll see what we can do here. Now I see the Badger rolling up down the river road here, right at D78. So I figure, oh well, the Badger's going to be what I face. And all of a sudden an E5 comes around the corner. Now keep in mind this thing has great armor all around, but that little machine gun turret on the top of the turret is very good. Lower armor value. Now I know that I can't hit anything on this Badger. I take a shot at the cheek anyway just to see what happens, and I bounce. IS-3 I have to hit in the turret ring, but I end up not even taking a shot at it. He ends up tracking me, and the Badger tracks me yet again. The lower panel is pretty much the only thing I have a chance of pinning, just because I don't have any APCR loaded in this Badger, and I wish I did. But then all of a sudden the Jagdpanzer E100 shows up, and I have changed my priority. I bury one in his lower panel, and the Badger bounces again. Then the Jagdpanzer E100 bounces for 1,050, Badger bounces again, and I hit the Jagdpanzer on its bottom panel. It's hit by the Grill 15, which takes out most of its health, and then I'm able to nail that lower panel to finish him off. There's the little machine gun turret on top. 500 Alpha is great for something with such a high fire rate and excellent front armor. Now the Badger's rolling up. I know they hit that lower panel, but so does he. 500 in either direction. So I need to start learning how to back up and use this terrain. Backed up a little bit further, but he could still see it. I'm trying to maintain my sight picture, but I need to get lower. He's still hitting me. I take another shot trying to hit his lower panel and I fail, but now, in this position, this Badger is nearly invincible. This thing ends up taking so much damage and pounding them for so much as well. I mean, it just bounces all over the place. So let's take a look from here. I bounced the Badger because I'm an idiot and I'm not realizing that I need to aim at his lower panel, but when it's not exposed, I mean, I figure, hey, 25% chance in either direction. Let's see if I can roll the dice and pin him. Now, at this point, the TVP here on the River Road has cycled around and he has made it up to the base because the Bat Chat decided not to sit there and spot. So the TVP hits me, flanks me, and takes me out from the base. 268 wasn't watching, Grill 15 wasn't watching, and they both knew that that tank was there. So anyway, as you can see, it really doesn't matter about your placement, your armor capability, you know, whatever. If your team isn't there to back you up, it kind of doesn't work out. But anyway, this is the moment that I've been waiting for. I don't know about you, but here comes the Bat Chat 155-58 Ace Tanker game. I know you'll enjoy it. It may be a little boring for people who don't watch artillery, but for anyone else, well, for everybody, the last 3 minutes are pretty freaking amazing. But don't take my word for it. Check it out. So yeah, I'm going to be coming in every once in a while to chime in and say something important, but enjoy. So this 53-55 in me, he doesn't know his fate, but I do. Very, very eventful finale. Be sure you stick around. So I'm noticing that a lot of light and medium tanks are heading out into the field as they should, so I know that I'll have fodder if I head out here, so I position my 58 all the way in the bottom corner behind this bush, but then I turn my hull around so that I'm able to escape if I need to. It just gets the, tank ready to retreat. Turn it a little bit too much, end up turning it a little to the right, there we go, and then I assume my gunner view. Get his shot right in on the nose of that STI. He starts to retreat and gets hit again. I hit a couple more shots on him, but I think they're proximity shots, but that kind of finishes itself eventually. Also, the reason I'm leaving in these, bouts of silence is because the map movement matters. Seeing these tanks move around and where they did move really does matter near the end of the game, so be sure to keep your eyes open. Now I take a shot at this tank with a smidgen of capability, and it ends up hitting the roof of the house on its way through the arc of the shot. I like to take chances, especially when I have a magazine full of ammo. Now this Leopard, I end up doing a proxy shot on him only because I want to stun him so that if he is shot, I get credit for it, because there's no way I was actually going to make a contact shot while he was in cover. Now I'm actually going to skip the tape here a little bit, because mostly what I'm doing right here is reloading, so anyway. Also, for anyone who hasn't heard of Bat Chat 155-58 Reload, it's a high caliber magazine loader, so listen to this. Sounds so cool. and I'm able to pull off one more shot before the OI down the street finishes him off. Now, call me an idiot, but I was hoping to thread the needle with my last shot of the magazine on this 257, and as you could probably guess, I was not successful. Now, when I spot this 4005, I know what opportunity I have here. With the Batchat 155-58, the 3-round magazine, although it does not have great alpha per shot, the combined damage of all 3 shots, if they penetrate, is far superior to pretty much any other gun in the game. So when I see the 4005 and I know about its very thin hull armor, I try to take as many shots as I can at it. But, you know, you really can't pass up directly hitting light tanks with Artie, so I take care of that, and then I fire another shot, and I believe he barely gets away from it. Yeah. But, next magazine, pumping into that 4005. Now, I believe this is right where in clan chat I said, I can't believe a Scorpion G is charging a 4005 right now. And someone in my clan said, well, owning a Scorpion G doesn't mean you're a good player. And I said, good point. Yep, that gun is capable of one-shotting Scorpion Gs. Now's my chance to hit this 4005, and unfortunately I don't believe I pin his turret with any of my shots. All of them hit his hull. In retrospect, I should have gone into trajectory view just so I could aim directly at his turret, because that would have definitely finished him off there. The alpha on the Batchat gun when it pins is about 750, 790, somewhere in that neighborhood. So with all 3 rounds hitting that 4005, I mean, I've killed a damn Grill 15 with a magazine, so I know it's definitely possible. So I smack the side armor of that T-28 and start reloading, and then I just kind of sit around for a bit. Artie teaches you to be patient. With the theme beginning, that means that there are 5 or less tanks on either team. With the T-28 in my sights, I've got my trajectory view on, about to reload. 5 tanks left on their team. I mean, there's no way we're gonna lose, right? There's no way. Don't you love when they blow up the guy that you just shot at? And that's when we started losing tanks. Cannon Yak Panzer friend, heading up the northeast. Hopefully he can spot the Progetto. There he is. Another one bites the dust. But you know, in our regular game, this is when we usually close it up. Centurion rushes up, tries to get a shot on the Progetto. Ends up taking one, but then the Sturv 1030 and the Progetto end up taking him out. I fire a shot at the Sturv, get a nice little tracking shot on him, a little bit of damage. He has very thin armor, so I take advantage of that when it comes to this artillery. I take another shot, I splash him, and I'm pretty positive that I splashed him, so I repeat fire. Direct hit. Ooh, I'm in for some points, boy. The thing is, though, is that, I mean, through this whole game, I only get a bruiser. I get an ace tanker, but with only a bruiser award, so I have a feeling that either I started right at the beginning of the cycle of the week, or everyone sucks in the bat chat, which might be true as well. Now we got a Death Star down the street. We got a Cannon Panzer 105 in the corner. I mean, we are golden. He's waiting for everybody to reload and aim. Very courteous kamikaze guy. Appreciate it. I give the signal, and he's on his way. He spots a UDES immediately. He ends up getting him to stop, and all of the arty takes a shot. We end up taking him out, but we lost a man in the process. So we have a Death Star down the street. Oh, never mind. Well, isn't this a pickle? I go back to my normal view and wish Punisher good luck. He and I are the only ones left. .53-55, trying to make a Hail Mary shot to the Sturv, but I don't think he's in the same position. Now I've got 2 rounds in my magazine, and I know as long as I keep this turret nice and steady, and I'm patient with my aim time, I can usually tank destroyer mode with this thing very easily. All of a sudden, the Progetto appears. That's a kill. That's a kill. As the chat fills with nice shot, I end up retreating because I've been spotted. And I know I just don't want that Stritzvon to know where I'm going to be. So I need to get as far away from that position as possible. I've got 1 round in my magazine. And actually, I want to toot my own horn. You should see these driving skills, boy. Look at this. Eventually, when I look at this, not hitting a single thing, I don't want to give away my position. As soon as I get to that payphone toll booth, where is it? Here it is. It's coming. Oh, thread that needle. Oh, that's nice. But anyway, and then this is where I start hitting every damn thing I come across. But yeah. So basically, it's my strategy here to try to get to the other side of the map as quickly as possible because I do have the mobility as the bat chat. I want to take advantage of that engine power and lightweight capability. So I begin to reload, and I think I end up getting to this corner, and I actually pause, just in case. And as soon as I reload, I notice that the Stritzvon's been spotted, heading south to the 53-55. Go around this rubble, set up my shot, and continue moving while aiming to try to get to him before he gets to the 53-55, but I'm just too late. So I take a pot shot anyway, and I move toward their base. Now keep in mind, because this is magazine fed, I have 2 rounds remaining. I don't really need to reload because there's only 1 enemy left, and I highly doubt that I'm going to have 18 seconds to fire all 3 rounds of a magazine if I haven't killed him in the first shot. Player on our team tells me that if I go to the base I will be spotted before I cap. And I said I know, because I really don't have a choice. So I set up on the earliest spot on the base I could, just for timing's sake. And a teammate references behind me and tells me that there's some trees I can hide in that I completely forgot about. One thing I will say is that the camouflage of this thing, although statistically it's not great, is extremely impressive. Anyone who says that Artie doesn't have camo, maybe not on paper, but in physicality, actuality, yes it does. Coming down to the wire. 1 minute remaining. I need about 40 seconds to cap. And I know he can show up at any second. Patience, Grasshopper. What a game, huh? Whew. Dat finale, bro. And that is my only ace tanker at the tier as well. As always, let's take a look at the cards. That ace tanker is really sexy. I love to see that. Bruiser ribbon, that's all I got. But hey, 3,400 damage, my man. 2 kills. That's just awesome. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. If you liked what you saw, hit subscribe and hit the like button because it really helps me out. Be sure to click that bell after you click subscribe so that you're notified of my future releases. And hey, the game could have been cooler, but I'm pretty proud of that one. Thanks for watching, guys.